Tulsa can look like an easy yes when you're only judging it by home prices. Scroll a few listings and the numbers may feel refreshing. Especially compared to a lot of bigger cities, you might see more space, lower payments, actual yards, and homes that do not make you feel completely priced out. That part gets people's attention fast. Then the real question shows up. Would you actually like living here? Because affordability is great, but it does not solve everything. A cheaper house will not fix the wrong lifestyle. More space does not automatically mean the areas fit your personality. While a slower pace can feel peaceful to one person and way too quiet to someone else. That is why this video matters. I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Especially if you're thinking about moving here, buying here, or comparing Tulsa to a bigger market. I'm not here to act like Tulsa is perfect. No city is. The goal is to help you figure out whether the trade-offs here match the life you actually want. If Tulsa is on your radar, comment where you're moving from. Someone leaving Dallas may view this place completely differently than someone from California, Colorado, Florida, or even Washington, or a smaller town in Oklahoma. That comparison matters because your expectations shape everything. Let's start with the obvious pro. Tulsa can be more affordable than a lot of larger markets. For many buyers, that is the first thing that makes the city feel even possible. You may be able to look at a real single-family home instead of squeezing your life into a place that barely works. A yard, a garage, a driveway, an extra bathroom, an extra bedroom, even a home office, or more storage may actually be part of the conversation here. That can feel like a major reset if you're used to markets where every listing feels out of reach. Affordability gives people breathing room. It can make homeownership feel less impossible. The buyers who are tired of being priced out, Tulsa can look like a serious opportunity. Now here's the con. People need to understand. Affordability does not mean effortless. A low price can still come with an older roof, HVAC, foundation movement, drainage issues, dated electrical, plumbing concerns, or repairs that show up after the excitement wears off. Tulsa has plenty of opportunity, but not every affordable home is a smart buy. This is the part buyers need to respect. A house can look cheap compared to where you are coming from and still be overpriced for its condition here. Fresh paint helps the listing. A good inspection protects your wallet. Pretty photos may start the conversation, but the real story usually is the system structure and the long-term costs, or even the old fabled smell test. So yes, affordability is a real advantage. Only a careless buyer treats it like a guarantee. The next pro is the pace of life. Tulsa can feel much more manageable than a massive metro. You're not dealing with the same daily grind that people complain about in places like Los Angeles, Dallas, Atlanta, Houston, or any other major city. Getting across town usually feels less intense. About 10 minutes, maybe 15. Errands may not require a full strategy session. A normal weekday can feel less chaotic here, which is exactly what a lot of people want. That calmer rhythm can be a huge quality of life improvement. If you are tired of crowds, heavy traffic, packed schedules, and constantly feeling rushed, Tulsa may feel like a relief. But that same place can turn into a con for the wrong person. Tulsa is not a city that tries to entertain you every second of every day. You can find restaurants, coffee shops, parks, concerts, local events, sports, trails, shops, and things to do. The energy is just a bit different. Someone who wants non-stop nightlife, endless luxury, shopping, huge entertainment districts, and constant big city movement, they may need time to adjust just a smidge. That does not make Tulsa boring at all. It makes the city have a different rhythm. Some people move here and love the breathing room. Others realize they miss the buzz of a larger city. Be honest with yourself before you move. A quieter lifestyle can only feel like a pro when quiet is what you actually want. Now let's talk about Tulsa's local character. This city has more personality than a lot of people expect. There are older neighborhoods, local restaurants, arts, music, parks, historic homes, unique pockets, and a feel that does not come across if you only look at listings online. Tulsa is not just a cheap place to buy a house. There is a real culture here. You can feel the difference between parts of town. Downtown feels different than Midtown. South feels different than North. East and West. Local businesses matter. Neighborhoods can have their own identity. A quick online search does not always show the side of the city. For people who want something with character, Tulsa can surprise them. The con is that the city may not reveal itself instantly. A weekend visit can give you a taste, but it will not tell you what your normal life would feel like. You need to drive around. Try the places you would actually use. Pay attention to the routes you would take. Notice whether the place feels comfortable or too slow. Spend time outside those listing photos. A relocation decision should not be made from a laptop and a few seconds. A relocation decision shouldn't be made from your iPhone with a few saved homes that you're swiping through like it's Tinder. The house matters, but the lifestyles around it decides whether the move feels right. Now, weather is another major piece of the Tulsa conversation. A lot of people like to get real seasons. Spring can be beautiful, fall is great. Outdoor space, patios, yards, parks, and local events can all be part of life here. For buyers coming from places with extreme costs or limited space, having room to enjoy your property can feel like a major win. The seasonal change gives Tulsa a lot of personality. Now for the cons. Oklahoma weather deserves some respect. We have the best meteorologists around, but summer can get real hot. Storms are just part of life here. Wind, hail, heavy rain, severe weather. They need to be taken seriously, but that does not mean you should panic. It means you should buy with your eyes open. Like I said, we have the best meteorologist here. Roof age matters here. Drainage matters too. Insurance needs to be part of the conversation. Tree placement, gutters, grading, foundation signs, and general maintenance should not be ignored. If you're relocating from a market where these issues were not on your radar, Tulsa may require a different kind of awareness. Weather is not just small talk here. It affects inspections, insurance, maintenance, and what kind of home makes sense for you. A prepared buyer can handle that. An unaware buyer may get surprised. Another pro is that the amount of variety across the Tulsa area. You can find different home styles, different neighborhood feels, and different price points without leaving the metro. Some homes have age and character. Other properties offer newer layouts and more suburban convenience. Certain buyers want to be closer to downtown or local spots. A different person may care more about space, garage size, yard, or a quieter setting. That variety gives you options, and options are valuable. The con is that too many options can make the search confusing. When everything looks possible, buyers start bouncing all over the map. One house pulls them towards Tulsa, another listing makes Broken Arrow look better. A newer home somewhere else suddenly changes the whole plan. Before long, the search feels scattered. That is why you need a real filter. Your lifestyle should narrow the map before the houses start pulling you in every direction. Where do you drive most? How much commute can you tolerate? Would you rather be closer to restaurants and activities, or do you care more about space and quiet? Can you handle an older home, or will repairs make you miserable? Those answers matter more than a random favorite listing. Tulsa gives you options, but options without clarity create chaos. Growth is another part of the decision. Tulsa has been getting attention from relocation buyers, remote workers, investors, and people looking for a more manageable cost of living. That attention can be a good thing. More interest can support local business. Certain neighborhoods may benefit from renewed energy. Sellers with the right property can attract serious buyers. People moving in can add momentum to the areas. For buyers, Tulsa can still feel more approachable than many larger cities. The mix creates opportunities. The con is that growth changes expectations. Some buyers assume Tulsa will be easy just because it's more affordable than where they're from. That is not always how it works. Good homes can still move quickly. Desirable pockets may be more competitive than others. A well-priced property in strong condition will not wait around forever just because this is Oklahoma. Preparation matters. Have your financing ready, know what you want, Understand the local market before you fall in love with a house. A relaxed attitude can cost you the right property. Tulsa may be more approachable than bigger markets, but it is not a place where strategy stops mattering. Now let's talk about jobs and income, because this is where some relocations buyers need to slow down just a touch. Tulsa can make a lot of sense for people with remote work, local employment, family ties, business opportunities, or a clear reason to be here. When the income side is stable, the lower housing costs can feel even more powerful. A good job setup paired with a more manageable home search can create a much smoother move. This is a real pro. The con is assuming the job market will match whatever city you are leaving. Different industries work differently here. Income expectations may not copy over from a larger metro. Commutes, office location, hybrid schedules, and local opportunities need to be researched before you make a major decision. A great house cannot fix a bad work plan. That sounds blunt, but it's true. Relocation buyers sometimes focus so hard on the price of homes that they forget the rest of the move has to function. Your mortgage payment matters, your income, routine, long-term stability, it just matters just a bit more. Another advantage Tulsa offers is the chance to build a comfortable life without always maxing out your budget. A lot of people are tired of markets where every decent home forces them to stretch here. Depending on your price range and expectations, you may be able to find something practical without feeling like the house owns you. That can change the way life feels. More breathing room in your monthly budget can create freedom. Maybe you want to travel more. Maybe you want space for hobbies. Maybe your goal is to simply stop feeling squeezed by the housing costs. Tulsa can help with that when the purchase is handled correctly. The danger comes when buyers lose discipline. I've seen it time and time again. A more affordable market can still produce expensive mistakes. Stretching too far, ignoring repairs, picking the wrong location, or chasing a house based on emotion can erase the advantage quickly. Do not move to Tulsa for affordability and then buy in a way that makes your life feel tight again. The smartest purchase is not always the most impressive house. It is the one that still feels good after closing. That one that doesn't have the buyer's remorse. Now, for sellers, these pros and cons matter too. Buyers are paying attention to more than bedroom count and square footage. They are thinking about repairs, insurance, affordability, lifestyle, location, and whether the home feels like a safe decision. A property that is priced well and presented clearly can stand out. Deferred maintenance can create hesitation fast. That does not mean a seller needs to perfect the house. It means the story has to make sense. If the roof is older, buyers may ask questions. When cosmetic updates are needed, the price should reflect that. A home with strong condition needs to show that advantage clearly. Today's buyers want confidence. The better your listing gives them that confidence, the stronger your position can be. So, is Tulsa a good place to live? For a lot of people, yes. It can offer affordability, space, local character, manageable traffic, and a lifestyle that feels less overwhelming than a larger city. The area can be a strong fit for buyers who want practicality without giving up personality. Sellers can also do well when they understand what buyers value. But Tulsa is not perfect. Weather matters. Job fit matters, home conditions matter, and your choice matters. The pace may not work for everyone. That is not a knock on the city. It's just reality. Every city gives you something and asks you to accept something else. The right question is not, is Tulsa good or bad? The better question is, does Tulsa fit the life I'm actually trying to build? This is where the decision gets much clearer if the house, the payment, the area, the pace, and your work life all line up. Tulsa can make a lot of sense. When those pieces fight each other, even a great looking home can become the wrong move. So if you're thinking about moving to Tulsa or one of the surrounding areas, reach out and tell me what you're looking for, your budget, where you're moving from, the type of home you want, and what you do not want to deal with will tell me a whole lot. I can help you narrow that search before you spend every weekend chasing listings all over the map. Drop a comment with the biggest thing you are wondering about Tulsa. It could be cost of living, weather, neighborhoods, commute, home prices, or where your budget actually fits. Put it below and I'll try to point you in the right direction. If you want more Tulsa real estate videos, home walkthroughs, market updates, and just straight up buyer and seller advice, subscribe to the channel. I'm Caleb Wright, the Real Estate Rhino, and I'll see you on the next one.